Hey mama, that mom butt, dead butt, flat butt syndrome thing, it's not due to you breastfeeding. Hi, what's up? My name is Brie. I am your motherhood fitness professional and trainer, and I help moms throughout any phase of motherhood reach their goals, love their body again, and have a newfound confidence. And I want to debunk this whole, I have the mom butt because I'm breastfeeding. Okay, so I was scrolling through TikTok the other day and I saw a video pop up on my For You page that basically said something along the lines of the reason why you have a flat butt as a mom and have the mom butt is because when you're breastfeeding, your body will take all the fat stores from your butt and it makes the milk that way. And I want to debunk that real quick. I want to hit 3 quick points as to why this isn't true. Your body uses more than just fat stores in order to make milk while you're breastfeeding. There are a lot of people who are not just moms who actually get this dead butt syndrome. If it were true that it was taking all of the fat away, you would still have your glutes that would be very defined, and therefore you wouldn't necessarily have a flat butt. So those are 3 big points that I want to point out. Now let's talk about what exactly mom butt, flat butt, dead butt syndrome actually is. And I'm going to refer to it as dead butt syndrome. And remember, this can happen to anyone, not just moms. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to talk about why it happens primarily with moms. During pregnancy, there's a lot that happens to the body, and the body is going to compensate. Whether you're pregnant or not, the body is always going to compensate with whatever is going on to allow you to continue to do whatever it is you need to do in the most effective way that you possibly can do it. Even if that means it's going to change its posture, it's going to start impacting other muscles, and compensations are going to take place. Let's dive through this real quick. First, your body is going to compensate and try to adjust for the fact that your abdomen is growing with this baby, and it needs to, one, obviously make space, but this is creating a lot more weight pulling you forward. So your body is going to try and compensate for that. So it's going to change its posture if you are not strong enough to take on the added weight. Your pelvic tilt is going to impact it. So whether you have an anterior or posterior pelvic tilt, those are definitely going to come into play. Muscles are going to impact other muscle. If one muscle group isn't working how it should, whether it can't do its job anymore because it's loose and weak or because it's tight and weak, it's going to start to incorporate other muscles, even if that's not their job. Even if they aren't even accessory muscles to help move, other muscles will try to kick on to become the dominant movers because, again, your body's going to try to keep you moving as efficiently as it possibly can. So during pregnancy, the glutes actually get pretty shut off. And this can be due to so many factors, but the biggest one is that your body's adjusting to this added weight on the front of it. And because of that, if you're not trained or you're not training your glutes properly enough, they're going to get weak. Now, either A, your glutes are going to become very overworked. So they are going to be contracting and contracting and contracting, and then they just cannot contract anymore because they are in this fixed, contracted, tight stage, and they just kind of shut off, if you will. Or on the flip side, they're not trained. There's postural effects happening. They can't do the work because of these said effects. And because of that, other muscles get incorporated and then they just stop working. They don't get used. So they kind of forget how to do their job and they become loose. And because of this, they're not strong. And when a muscle can't work, when it can't continue to work or get stronger, it's going to atrophy. Atrophy is basically when the muscle gets smaller, and therefore you get that flat butt syndrome. A lot of things can be at play here. It's the postural effect, it's the way that the pelvis is, it's other muscles, it's how the glutes are themselves, and so it really comes down to a full body look over. So if you're having this flat butt, dead butt syndrome, please don't just go out and do glute exercises because you might have glutes that are overworked, and doing glute exercises are only going to make it so much worse. So get a full body assessment. That's how I approach everything with my clients. We automatically do full body assessments to see what all is at play and what's going on specifically and approach it that way. It is so important to take the full body approach because a lot of things play into one. The body is a big interconnected machine, and one thing that you wouldn't think can impact it can actually impact it. So I promise you, mama, it's not because